Let them speak. Review Patterns 36. Please repeat or answer. It's so old they aren't going to use it anymore. The students don't care if it looks really old or not. If I were to teach there, I would teach English conversation. If it were to get cold, I would start the fire. Is it way too cold to study there in the winter? I'm afraid I won't be able to hear the teacher, so I tend to sit in the front. Don't the students care if there are no computers? It is much too hard to see the blackboard. The benches are so hard, it is hard to sit a long time. As long as the students can learn, they don't care if it's an old building. It was so warm, they didn't need to wear a coat. If you were to be there, would you eat turkey? They're afraid the ice may melt, so they're going to eat quickly. Isn't it too dangerous to be there? Don't they care if it is freezing outside or not? They're so thirsty, they plan on drinking wine right away. The ship weighs so much, it will probably break the ice. I'm afraid they might fall through the ice, so I told them to eat quickly. Doesn't it matter if the food gets cold? The man wearing the t-shirt is so happy, he can't help smiling. This is so dangerous, I would never do it. The bull is way too angry to let the guy ride on its back. If I were to be close to this, I would run away. The guy who has the cowboy hat is afraid the other guy might get hurt, so he's trying to distract the bull. The bull is so strong, it is hard to control it. That bull doesn't care if he hurts the man. The guy who is on the dirt is so afraid, he's screaming for help. Wouldn't you try to help him if you were to be there? It was so scary to watch that I had to turn away from it. The guy running toward the bull is so brave, I admire him. They don't care if other people see them kissing. She's afraid he might not come back, so she's going to hug him for a long time. They love each other so much, they decided to get married before he left. If he were not to come back, she would be really upset. It doesn't matter if he won't be able to talk to her for a while. She was so sad, she began crying. They were way too in love not to see each other again. It makes no difference how long he'll be away. It's worth waiting for him. He's afraid she might fall in love with another man, so he plans on calling her every day. If she weren't to email him, he would feel really disappointed. It doesn't matter whether they get dirty or not. They're all so happy, they're raising up their hands. If it were to rain, their clothes would get really dirty. Are you way too old to do something like this? If you were to go there, Would you be sure to wear a hat? They're enjoying themselves so much, they're thinking of staying there all afternoon. The girl wearing the sunglasses is so excited, she's shouting to her friends. Don't they care how long they're there? It looks so much fun. I really would like to be there. No one cares if they get dirty. Aren't you too young to drink? She doesn't care what type of beer she drinks. I don't care if they put the lime in the beer or not. Isn't it way better to drink it with the limes? I was afraid the beer might be too warm, so I told them to get me a new one. If you were to feel like drinking beer, wouldn't you drink this beer? It tastes so good, I usually end up drinking 4 beers. It makes no difference what time of day it is. I like drinking beer. Is it way too cold outside to drink beer now? If you were to go to the beach, wouldn't you bring the beer you see here with you? She's so happy, she can't help but smile. She enjoys this so much, she asked her mom to stay for another 10 minutes. If I were to try to do that, I wouldn't be able to do it. She's afraid her brother may catch her, so she's going fast. It doesn't matter how cold it is. She enjoys doing it. Is she too big to get through there? Doesn't she care if she isn't wearing gloves? She's so cute, I had to take this picture. Doesn't it matter if someone comes down the tube? If she were to see someone coming down, would she begin moving out quickly? I'm afraid she's going to die, so I would like to stay near her until she goes to sleep. She's so sick, she has a hard time breathing. If she were to die, where would they take her? She's lived so long, none of her brothers and sisters are still living. Isn't she way too weak to get out of the bed? She doesn't care if no one is there to talk to her. If you were to give her something to eat, would she try to eat it? She has been here so long, all of the nurses got to know her well. If someone were to call her, would she be able to reach for the phone? Did she say it doesn't matter if you watch TV while you're sitting there? Isn't it too high to jump from there? Do they care if it is too high or not? I'm afraid they might hurt themselves, so I told them to be careful. Don't they care whether they hit each other when they go into the water? The boy who is on the left is so happy he can't help screaming. It makes no difference if they keep doing this all day. If they were to ask you to jump there, would you feel like doing it? Aren't you too old to join them? It doesn't matter if the water is cold or not. They're so excited, they can't wait until they get into the water. He's afraid he's going to fall off, so he has to hold on tight. Is that horse too wild to ride? If he were to stay on the horse for 30 seconds, would he be the winner? He doesn't care how much the horse jumps around. He is having so much fun, he doesn't think it's dangerous. Doesn't it matter how old you are when you get to do this? Are the boots he's wearing too good to wear doing this? If the horse were to throw him off, would the man get hurt? The horse seems to be so angry, it won't stop until the man gets off. I was afraid the horse may run into me, so I stayed far away. He is so strong, he can beat anyone. If you were to fight him, I bet you would lose. He has so many tattoos that there is no room to do more. Isn't he way too scary to talk to? He's so good that no one has the chance to beat him. It doesn't matter who he fights, he always seems to win. Doesn't he care if he hurts himself while fighting? He's so tough, even his mother is not afraid when he boxes. He works out so much that he keeps getting stronger. She sings so well, I could listen to her all day. If you were to meet her, what would you ask her to sing? She's so talented, I feel jealous whenever I see her play. She doesn't care what type of song she plays. Is she too old to play in a rock band? She knows how to play so many instruments, everyone is surprised. I don't care what song she sings. She's afraid people may not like her new music, so she just continues playing her old favorites. She's afraid she might hurt her voice, so she tends to rest a lot on her days off. I don't care if she just plays her old songs. I look forward to hearing them. Isn't she too angry to talk to him? Doesn't she care how many times he tries to apologize? He's afraid she might leave him, so he's trying to get her to talk. If he were to apologize, I wonder if she would forgive him. Isn't it too hard to forgive people who hurt you? She's forgiven him so many times, she doesn't know what to do. If you were to see this on the street, would you stop to find out what happens? It doesn't matter to her how many people see him kneeling in front of her. He's so sorry for what he did. She should forgive him. She's afraid he may continue to do the same things, so she doesn't want to listen to him. The snow is so deep that he is having a hard time running in the snow. I was afraid he might fall and hurt himself, so I told him not to go out running. Doesn't he care if there is a lot of snow on the ground when he's running? If you were to feel like running, would you run on a day like this? It doesn't matter how much it snows. He always interested in running in the morning. Isn't it too risky to run in this snow? It is so cold there that it isn't worth going outside to do this. I'm afraid he might fall down, so I plan on running behind him. He runs so fast, I wouldn't be able to catch him. It makes no difference what the weather is like. You can't stop him from doing this. They're so tough, nobody can beat them in hockey. Hockey is so expensive to play, a lot of kids don't get to do it. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can enjoy playing hockey. Their moms were so afraid they might hurt their head that they bought them really good helmets. If you were to play hockey, would you end up wearing a helmet? Are they too young to play high school hockey? If they were to damage their teeth while playing, what would their mothers do? They look so cute in their uniforms that it makes me smile. They don't care if other kids are bigger than them. All they want to do is play. These two boys are so brave, they look forward to playing with the bigger kids. She is so young in the picture that I don't recognize her much older now. She doesn't care that she has gotten much older now. If you were to meet her, would you ask her where they took this picture? Does it look like she's too sick to get up? She's afraid she's going to die soon, so she decided to show pictures of when she was young to her kids. If she were to give you her jewelry, would you probably wear it after she dies? It doesn't matter how much money you have, all of us are going to die. Does she care that people she knew remember her after she's gone? This picture is so sad, it makes me want to cry. Is she too weak to tell you about the picture she's holding? He's so excited that he can't wait for his new sister. He said it doesn't matter if his mother has a boy or a girl. If she were to have a baby boy, would he still feel happy? She's afraid that she might have the baby soon, so she doesn't feel like going out a lot. She doesn't care if it is a boy or girl, as long as the baby is healthy. She is so exhausted, she hopes to have the baby any time. She has gained so much weight that she's having difficulty sleeping at night. She's so tired, she winds up laying down most of the day. She is so worried about having the baby that she tries not to think about it. Her son is so thoughtful that he is ready to help her at any time. She likes eating ice cream so much that she's going to buy 2. She's so hungry, she will probably buy 2. Is she too weak to stand up? It makes no difference when the ice cream truck comes. She always goes out to buy something. She was afraid she might not see the ice cream truck today, so she went out 1 hour early. She appears to be so confused that she isn't able to decide what to buy right away. There are so many choices that she doesn't know what she wants. If you were to walk by, would you be interested in buying some ice cream? I don't care how expensive it is. I couldn't help but buy some. That scooter is so easy to drive, even a kid could drive it around. If you were to go to a store, Would you use one of these to get around while shopping? He is so old, he knows everyone in town. He smokes so much that his fingers are stained. I was afraid the cigarette was going to burn his finger, so I told him to put the cigarette out. If he were to smoke in bed, would it be dangerous? He doesn't care if people don't like him smoking. Doesn't he care if it is bad for his health? Did he tell you he's too old to change his bad habits? It doesn't matter where he goes. He always seems to be smoking. If he were to stop smoking, he would go crazy. She plays so well, there's no point trying to win when you play her. She's afraid that she might miss the shot, so she tries to concentrate. She doesn't care whether people are talking while she is taking the shot. She's so good, I doubt whether she ever loses. If I were to play pool with her, the game would end quickly. It doesn't matter if her sunglasses are in her hair or not while playing. She plays so often that she can't count how many times she plays every week. Is she too old to play this in the bars? She doesn't care how good other people are. She always ends up winning. I'm too afraid to ask her to play pool with me.